What's up, minions? In this video, we are talking about some of Upwork's recently announced changes to their voice and video call system. If you've ever used Upwork's call system before and you didn't really care for it, maybe this will interest you. We're going to get into how things have been and what's coming, what's going to change, and then we'll talk about whether or not it's worth it to use Upwork's call system over other systems and options that you have available to you. So if that's something you're interested in, stick around. Hey minions, if you're new to the channel and you like what I have to say, then be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you never miss a video. Only do this if you like what I have to say and if you want to hear more about freelancing, entrepreneurship, and personal world domination. For those who don't know me, I'm Lex DeVille, and on this channel, we help you break the chains that bind your mind to build a freelance empire. And in this video, we are going over these recent announcements by Upwork about their voice and video call system. They have made or are making some updates. I haven't even read this yet, so this is going to be my first read through. I'm reading through it with you. But I wanted to get in here and check this out because I've had some experience with Upwork's call system and it really wasn't a great experience for me. So I stopped using it ultimately because every single time I used to try and use Upwork's system, it would fail in some way, shape, or form. The audio failed, the video failed, so we had different problems each time, and it was really hard to work with clients through their video system. In fact, I never got it to work even one single time. I've never had a video call that was through Upwork because their system never worked for me. So I stopped taking clients through Upwork to try and make that work because it degrades the client experience for me. But has that changed? We're going to find out. We're at least going to look at the upgrade, see if they've changed anything to make it a smoother system, a smoother operation, and then I'll give you my thoughts on whether or not you should switch from Skype or Zoom or whatever other system you are using. So let's go ahead and just take a look at what they've said here. You can see I've got it up on my screen. It says improvements to voice/video call feature in Upwork messages. Scrolling on down, we've got Upwork. It's an Upwork moderator who wrote this, and it says they've been a member since 2014. I don't know why I'm even telling you that. Starting right here, we are rolling out some improvements to the video voice feature in Upwork messages. We've heard your feedback about the interface not being intuitive and call quality unreliable. Those are exactly what I just said. We are excited to share some of the steps we're making to make those experiences better. All right, so it doesn't sound like they've updated this yet, but it sounds like they might be working on it, so that's pretty interesting. I did get this from the community, so this isn't like an official announcement for the rollout of it, but we can still go over it. So they start with the current experience. To start a call, you need to click the phone icon at the top right corner in your message room. This creates and posts a link in the chat window accessible to everyone in the room. Click on the link to join the call. A new window opens. Users need to click join the call button again. Yeah, that's not very clear to me, and I don't see how it would be very clear to clients, so it doesn't sound like it's really a useful step for them. But it says here, overall the process involves too many steps and often results in one of the participants waiting for others in an empty call. Other participants are often not aware a call was started because they have to be in the room to see the notification, and the call opens in a separate window. Yeah, these have all been problems for me in the past. I've had many problems with that specific thing. Clients not knowing that they were in a call, not knowing that a call was going on, or they were in a call and I didn't know it was going on, so we were not able to match up and meet up. And we've also again had those other issues with video quality and also voice quality, such as audio not working at all, that caused major concerns, major problems, extended our total time trying to get on a call. And whenever you think about it, these are all really bad things whenever you as a freelancer are trying to get someone on a call where you're going to talk to them about their business and hopefully make a sale. And this impedes the sale process for you. It impedes your sales process and it stops you. It messes you up. And anything that throws you off your game when you're about to go on an interview call, which is also known as a sales call, anything that throws you off that game or frustrates you or messes up your mojo, that's really bad for you. And it's also bad for the client because they can get that same mojo messed up. You guys kind of get out of sync, you get out of rapport before you ever have a chance to get started because of all these hiccups. And clients can view this as a problem for the whole entire project. They can see it as, oh, well, if this freelancer wasn't professional enough to have a proper call system in place, to be able to work with me, then maybe that's not who I want to work with. They can also see it as, if we're already having problems at this stage of our freelance relationship, maybe that's a sign of how things are going to go in the future. So I might want to step back from this one. So this has happened to me before, and I've lost clients because of their call system, and ultimately that was why I stopped using it. Let's go ahead and read what's changing. All right, so you'll need to only click once to start the call. So you only have to click one time. If you initiate a call, you'll see a page with a photo of the person you're calling. There will be an animation and sound clearly indicating an outgoing call. So I think that's what we're seeing down here at the bottom of the screen. If I scroll down a little bit, you might see it. You can see there's a picture that's calling Albert, and there's another picture of the other person, and there should be a sound during this to indicate that a call is happening. It's kind of like Skype. That looks a lot like Skype to me. It's just like their system. It shows you a picture of the other person, and it makes a little ringing noise when you call. If you have an incoming call, you'll see a model pop up. If you're on message page, wish this person could type this stuff out in a way that makes it easy to read. If you're on messages page, as well as desktop and mobile notifications and an incoming call sound. What? If you have an incoming call, you'll see a model pop up if you're on messages page, as well as desktop and mobile notifications and an incoming call sound. All right, so there should be something popping up, and there should be a call sound to let you know that somebody is trying to call you. That's probably a good feature to have so that you know that a call exists, that somebody is trying to reach out to you. The overall design and colors will change to match the rest of the site. Okay, that probably also makes sense, but that's a minor branding thing. You'll be able to minimize the call window. Okay, useful feature, I guess. Not a big deal, but if you have to minimize for some reason so you can check something out, it would be useful to be able to minimize your calls. It says we're providing better call and connection quality. That's probably the number one thing, the number one feature, because not being able to connect, not being able to hear someone's voice on a call, that's a huge problem. And if they can't resolve that, then why would anyone use their system? Now, here's what's really strange to me. They want people to work within Upwork and not go to Skype, not go to Zoom, not go to Google Hangouts or some other place. And yet this has been an ongoing issue for years now. I mean, at least 3 to 5 years, Upwork has not made major updates to their call system. That makes no sense to me. Lastly, we're improving settings and error messages. All right, so they are making some changes. I don't know how much these are going to affect freelancers going forward. We'll kind of scroll down here. You can see in the messages how this looks. So you can see here you've got a little window. This must be an incoming call. Maybe it's an outgoing call. I'm not sure, but it looks like it's an incoming call for this client. There's a little window that pops up, says incoming call. And that's what this is going to mean over here, and then you would know that someone is trying to call you. Yeah, you can see down here in the bottom left, incoming call. Scrolling on down, here's an active call, and it looks like you can maybe have multiple people in these calls. This is a feature I never knew existed, so I don't know if this exists currently or if this is something they're adding. This is more of a Zoom-like feature, and I'm sure they made all of this a priority as they realized that clients were flooding in due to certain, issues going on in the world. Clients have flooded in. They are needing a call system that works well and is secure. Zoom recently got dinged for not being all that secure, so it makes sense for them to want to try and get clients in here where they can work together inside the platform. I'm really surprised they didn't do this sooner. But the actual setup here looks pretty nice. If it actually worked, it could almost be worth it. Because sometimes you can have problems getting clients set up on Skype or Zoom. They both have different features to them. And when you go into Zoom, usually when you open up a Zoom window, a lot of the time that'll start automatically recording. Or the other person's video won't be up because they won't have it enabled for one reason or another. So it takes several seconds to figure those things out. And we've had similar problems on Skype where the other person did not have their video enabled right from the start, so they had trouble connecting with the freelancer, or the freelancer had trouble connecting with the client. So each system has its own problems and fail points, but it looks like in this one looks pretty nice overall. I would be willing to test it on Upwork just to see how it works, how it goes, if they actually make these updates and changes and make it function a little bit more smoothly than it has in the past. But the experience in the past has been terrible. This is really nice. The minimize window looks really nice. It kind of makes this small square. This is a feature a lot of others like Zoom, and I believe Skype also has this feature where you can minimize it. You can still see the person on the screen, and yet you can be doing other things. Not that you want to do other things while you're on a sales call or an interview call, but it's nice if you have to do something in the background, like find a file to send to that client or anything like that. That's a really useful feature. So overall, it looks like Upwork is making some nice changes. I don't see anything that tells when these changes are going to roll out, so there's no telling how long it'll be before we see any of these. In the meantime, should you use Upwork's call system? Personally, I'm not going to do it until I get an official announcement. When I see the official changes roll out and I've had a chance to test them with a non-client partner, somebody who can go in there and kind of work through the kinks with me and say, okay, where are we likely to have issues? Where are we likely to see bugs? Is the call going to have problems with audio? Is this multiple person group chat going to have any kind of problems? And what can we expect? How do all the functions and features work? Until we can see that and get in there and play with it ourselves, I'm not going to recommend that you go with Upwork on this one, because their call system has a history of poor quality, poor connections, problems. It has just not been a good system in the past, so it would not make sense for me to recommend that to you right now. Instead, my personal recommendation is either Skype or Zoom. I personally prefer Zoom. I like the user experience better. It lets you record calls automatically, and that's a really valuable feature, because if you record the call, then you don't have to go back and ask clients a million questions. You can just go back and rewatch your call and make sure that you understood what they're saying, or if you missed something, you can go back and double check that. Now, you can record on Skype as well. Skype also has options for recording. I don't think they have options within the platform. They might have that on some kind of a premium plan or something, but there are other call recording systems that you can go download on the internet and set those up to record Skype. And then once you do that, or you could just do like a screen record. So I use Camtasia a lot of the time, and Camtasia offers screen recording. That's what I'm using right now. So for that, I could go ahead and record a call while it's taking place in Skype, and then I would have that call recorded. And you can record the video or just the audio, however you want to do that. But the point is, that's a really useful feature. Now, with Upwork making these updates, it would be nice if they added that feature to their platform. I doubt they're going to, so you'll probably have to use a third-party software just like Skype, just like you would with Skype. But for now, that's still going to function fairly effectively. The group call system on here, they don't really mention anything about the group calls through Upwork's system, so I don't know if that's a feature they're currently using. Again, I don't use Upwork's call system right now, so I don't know what that group call experience is like, if it even exists right now, but that would be a really valuable and useful feature to have going forward. And I'm kind of surprised they haven't done something like that, and I'm also kind of surprised that they haven't added more functionality, kind of like Slack or Discord, to where you have a better chat experience. So I'm hopeful that these things will come in the future. But anyways, this is what we've got for now. These are the updates. Let me know your thoughts in a comment down below. Are you going to try Upwork's phone chat system? Are you going to stick with what you've got? And what are you using right now? Are you using Zoom? Are you using Google Hangouts? Are you using Skype? And which one of these do you like best? What is the best system for you, and what system would you recommend? For me, it's going to be Zoom for now. I think that's the best overall experience. It's free, it's easy to download, it's easy to connect with clients. I really like the experience Zoom offers. So until Upwork makes these updates, and again, until we have a chance to test them and play around with them and make sure that we understand the user experience, so that we as freelancers are not going to get screwed whenever we try to connect with clients through Upwork's platform, then I'm not going to recommend this, and I'm going to keep using the systems that I use, which is going to be Zoom. That's my preferred one, but a lot of people also use Skype, and a few people use Google Hangouts. Let me know in a comment which one you like. If you have not yet subscribed to our channel and you want more freelance videos on news topics, different freelance skill topics, Upwork, anything like that, make sure you subscribe, click the notification bell so you always get the video notifications. And that's all I've got for this one. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Lex DeVille. I'll see you next time.